Being a child of the 1970s, my first experience with computers was in elementary school using the Apple II Plus, learning how to type and program using Logo. In this video, I'll be showing you my personal Apple II Plus computer, disk drives, Sanyo black and white monitor, along with showing you the inside of the machine, motherboard, and various configuration slots. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my Apple II Plus computer video. Here's an up-close shot showing the Apple II Plus badge, the Apple II Plus keyboard, and the power light. There's power light right here. I actually replaced the bulb in there, it was burned out. And yeah, the Alps keyboard is very nice, very clicky. An Alps keyboard means it has Alps switches that look like this. A lot of keyboards will have the later switch that looks like this. It's not Alps. I don't remember the name for it, but not as good as an Alps keyboard. Very, very clicky. I will pop off a keycap right now to show you that this does in fact have Alps switches using my handy dandy keycap puller. The G key has been removed and you can see the Alps key switch underneath there. So let's go ahead and back this up. We're backed up. I'm going to pan back up here. I have the machine turned off right now. The monitor is still on. Here is the G key with the white print. I should mention also this is the early keyboard. And it's got the double shot keycaps. What that basically means is this printing right here will not come off. It's on there. To get this keycap to fit on the Alps switch, you got to have this little adapter little piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the keycap. I'm doing that off camera. Got the G key right here. I'm going to put it back on the keyboard. It says here in fine print. I'm going to get it on there. Alright, it is back on. Let's pan the camera back up just a little bit. Reach around the back. Just turned on the Apple II. I do not have the disk drives plugged in as of yet. What I'm going to do first is show you a little bit about the Sanyo monitor. Here is my Sanyo VM 4509 black and white monitor that I use with my Apple II Plus. This is basically the same monitor I used as a kid in the late 70s learning on Apple II Plus computers. Back then, Apple didn't have their own monitor. People used security monitors, TVs, you know, whatever they had. But in schools, this was one of the most popular monitors used, and I have fond memories of this little black and white monitor. It's pretty basic. Got a little door here, we'll open that up. It's got simple controls. It basically has, we'll use my keyboard puller here. You've got horizontal hold, vertical hold, brightness, contrast, and a power switch on and off, and the knobs are just right there. And on the back it's got a BNC connector for connecting the composite to the computer. So there you go. There is a Sanyo VM 4509 black and white monitor. I went ahead and removed the monitor as well as my two disk drives off the top of the Apple II Plus computer so I could show you something really cool about the entire Apple II line of computers. The Apple II, the II Plus, the IIe, even the II Platinum, they all use this same case style. And this lid right here can just pop off so you can get inside, upgrade the RAM, add expansion cards like a Mockingboard for sound, a VidX 80 column card, because the Apple II Plus was only 40 column, but if you added the VidX 80 column card you could actually get 80 columns out of the machine. They later added that into the Apple IIes, but that will be a later video. So what I'm going to do now is pop off the lid. It's held on by some Velcro straps. Go ahead and pop that off like so. There, let's show you there's the Apple II badge right there, really nice and in great condition from being from 1979. You flip it over here and you can see here we got these little Velcro here, and we'll just set that on the disk drives right here, and then you can see right here and here where they clip on. Inside the machine you can see the power supply over here. That is the language card that brings this machine up to 64 KB of memory. Speaking of memory, this machine came with 16 KB of memory, and Apple back then in 1979 you could buy it with 16 KB, 32 KB, or 48 KB of memory. My unit here was a 16 KB unit, and I upgraded it to 48K on the board, then added the language card, bringing it up to 64 KB to be like a Commodore 64, for example, that came out in 1982. So I'm going to go handheld mode here in a moment, and I'm going to show you inside how I did that upgrade. Alright folks, we are in handheld mode. I'm going to show you the inside of the machine really quick and how I did the RAM upgrade. There's the expansion slots. But if you look down right here, this is where all the RAM is, right here, and these three banks. With only 16 KB of memory, it would be these chips right here, which were already in the machine, and Apple was really great back in the day. On these early boards, everything was socketed. So the second row and third row had no chips, so I added more RAM here, and you'll see this little card plugged into one of the sockets here, and what that's for is the language card that has the additional RAM right in this area to bring the machine up to 64 KB of memory. This is a Microsoft branded language card. I do have an official Apple branded language card. It is not working, and that's why it is not in this machine. The language card is plugged into slot 0. Then next to that we got slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Slot 6 is where I like to plug in the floppy controller, and we will do that next so we can show you the disk drives. You know, they always say pictures or it didn't happen. Well, here's a video. I thought real quick I would show my official Apple language card, complete in box, from 1979. So here is the packaging. Show you the side. Nothing really on the back except for their Cupertino, California address on Banley Drive. The other side of the box, and of course the front. So let's go ahead and open this and show you the card. Alright, I have opened up the package, and as you can see, you know, this foam would have just been, you know, over that. That's a slip cover right there. But here is the actual Apple language card. See right there? Whoops. Language card, Apple Inc. Copyright 1977, 78, and 79. And like I said, it's not working right now. It's got issues. I've started swapping out some of the original RAM chips. And I've got one missing right here. And these ones with the little silver on there. Those are the original ones. And the ones that I've taken out, I've actually got right here on this anti-static foam. So that's why I've got the Microsoft one in there right now, because this card is not working. I would really like to get it working. Here's another one of the chips, Apple 1978. And what is that there? Another Apple 1978. So yeah, there it is. For those that want to know what an Apple language card looks like, there you go. Now, on to the disk drives. With my Apple II Plus computer, I have two disk drives, and mine are the early first release drives. And how you can tell that is because of the label on the back and also the rainbow cable. And both of these are the rainbow. I just wanted to show, you know, the front and the back, but we'll go ahead and we'll turn this around so you can see both of those. There's the back of those, and with the Bandley Drive Cupertino address. And then they later came out with, later improved versions of the Disc 2. So still looks similar on the front, but if you turn it around, it's got a gray cable, as you can see there. I'm turning this around, handheld mode, and you'll notice the label is a little bit different on how they do the model and serial number. You know, specifically in this area right here. So yeah, we got model and then serial number, but then you look at the earlier ones and it's different. The drives work the same. It just, for anyone that's wanting to get period correct as close as possible to what it would have been back in 1979, you want to get these drives with the rainbow cable and these model number, serial number stickers. Now finally, I'm going to hook these things up and we're going to load some software. Handheld mode, one more time, just showing you the Disc 2 interface card. This is how you hook up the floppy drives. Drive 1 here, drive 2 here, and this will plug into slot 6 here. The next clip, this will all be hooked up and we'll be loading some software. The time has come to load some software on a real floppy disk. First up, we're going to load Pac-Man, a game program for Apple II computers by Bally Midway Manufacturing Company and licensed by Namco. The copyright on this is 1983. So I'm going to walk around here. I'm going to put the disk in drive 1. I'm going to reach around the back, turn on the computer, and you're going to watch this load in real time. It will take a moment. The screen went black, but you can see the power in use light on the disk drive. It is loading the program, so just sit back for a minute here, and it should be done, and you'll get to see Pac-Man in black and white on an Apple II Plus computer. And I'm not going to fast forward this. I'm just going to let it go in real time so you can see what we had to deal with in the late 70s and early 80s. Alright, it is up. Pac-Man can be played with a keyboard or an Apple joystick. We're just going to say keyboard for now. Press 1. Do you want normal or customized keyboard? We're just going to go with normal. Brings up Pac-Man. It has, just like the arcade, it shows you the character and their nicknames, which is pretty cool. And again, you know, this is a black and white monitor. That's what we had back then. You know, color was a very rare thing in the 1970s. So there is the attract mode. You can see Pac-Man playing, and the maze looks really good compared to Dot Gobbler in an earlier video of mine on my channel. I'll put a link to that into the description if you want to see that. But let's go ahead and hit a key. How many players? 1. Press return to play and you'll get to hear the music on this Pac-Man for the Apple II Plus. And there's Pac-Man. And you're probably wondering, why didn't you load Oregon Trail first? Well, that's coming next. But Pac-Man is one of my favorite games, and I play it pretty much on any computer or console that I own. So, alright, hold on here and we'll put on another program for you. Okay, it is time for Oregon Trail. I could not find my Oregon Trail floppy disk, so I hooked up my FloppyEmu, which you can see right here. The computer is just sitting at Apple II because it's waiting for me to hit enter to load Oregon Trail off of my FloppyEmu. And I'll put a link in the description to the FloppyEmu So you can find out more about that, or if you want to pick one up, you can use them with your Apple II, your Macintosh machines, Apple Lisa, and a pretty cool piece of kit. So let me go ahead and hit enter here on Oregon Trail, and you'll see it's going to start loading. The Oregon Trail, Minnesota Educational Computing Corporation, MEC. And there is the Oregon Trail, all loaded up using the FloppyEmu. So thank you for watching this video. It's a little bit longer than I had hoped. I try to keep my videos kind of short. But again, thank you for watching and learning a little bit about my Apple II Plus computer, my Sanyo VM 4509 black and white monitor, my Disk 2 disk drives, and hey, the FloppyEmu and the keyboard. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and then click the bell to be notified of future videos. And if you want to add any comments or suggestions, do so down in the comment section below. Again, thanks for watching. Be safe, stay healthy, and have a great day.